What's up guys, welcome to another product feedback video, and we have the Samsung Galaxy S4 in our possession for an unboxing and obviously many more videos to come. This builds on the great success of the Samsung Galaxy S3, but what's special about this one here is I've managed to get a hold of the Octa Core version. So yes, the 8-core Exynos processor, not the quad-core one that's been used in many other markets around the world. A big thank you to Mobi City for sending out this handset. If you want to purchase unlocked phones, they do offer some very good competitive pricing, so make sure to check them out. So yes, as I was saying, this is the Octa Core version of the Samsung Galaxy S4. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have 4G, but in Australia, we don't tend to have that good reception out of the main CBDs for 4G at the moment. So whether you get this in a 3G or 4G version is not going to make a massive difference, I think, for you. Now this device here also supports a 5-inch Full HD, yes, that's a 1920 by 1080 display with a PPI or pixels per inch of 441, which is amazing considering that this is the same resolution found on many high-def TVs. This one here obviously has the 16GB version. As far as I know, it only has about 9GB free, so if you buy the 16GB one, make sure to grab a micro SD card to expand the storage on there. Inside the box, we got the USB cable. We get actually a pretty decent pair of headphones. They actually look pretty good. I haven't tested them out yet, but from the build quality of them, they seem to be pretty good for just bundled in headphones. Obviously we get the USB charger, and I've got an adapter here because this is an international version, as well as a 2600 milliamp Samsung battery, which is pretty decent in terms of size as well. So let's take a closer look at this device. It's actually pretty comfortable to hold in the hand. A lot of people complain that the Samsung build quality is questionable, but to be quite honest, I've had the Nexus Samsung for a little while, and I dropped that a lot of times, and I can tell you that a Samsung plastic phone is much less likely to have a lot more damage on it than, say, a full aluminium one like the iPhone 5. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but look, whether you go plastic or whether you go aluminium is not going to make a massive difference. Inside, you have the slot for the SIM card, as well as your micro SD card, as well as to put the battery in there. Now, what's cool, obviously, you can change the back plates to different cases, which means like flip covers and this and that. So if you do get the back scratched, you can easily switch it over for a different sort of casing. It just clips on the back there in a nice kind of setup. As you can see here, the phone actually fits quite comfortably in my hand. I was actually surprised that it felt quite comfortable being such a large display. And the reality is also it's very lightweight. It's much lighter than the iPhone 5 in my opinion. On the front there, you see you got the front-facing camera as well as a few sensors. You've got a home button there and then 2 capacitive buttons on the sides. On the left side, you got the volume rocker. I really dislike the volume rockers used on the Samsung phones. I wish they had 2 separate buttons. On the other side, though, we've got the power button there and my bad clipping in of the case. And it's got this kind of like silvery plastic band that goes around the phone. On the top, you've got the headphone jack, as well as I believe that to be a little microphone or another sensor. You've got a USB port on the bottom, as well as another microphone to pick up when you're talking. On the back, we've got the 13 megapixel rear-facing camera. A lot of people have come up and said that this camera is really, really good. I'll give you a close-up as well, because see that plastic there? It's got like a honeycomb carbon fiber-esque look to it, and it's actually the same on the front as well. It's got a pretty neat looking design, so I thought I'd show you guys, just give you a close-up. It's not just a clear plastic backing. Obviously this phone has a lot of features that I'll talk about in another video. Like I said, if you've got any questions, make sure to leave me a comment below. This has been Mohammed with Product Feedback, and peace be with you. But also make sure to check out my other videos, which I'll have a link to now. And make sure to subscribe for the latest Samsung Galaxy S4 news and updates.